Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to get the power to build with ease in less than a minute. Before we begin, you're going to want to make sure that you have all the things required for this. The first being $10,009,000, some TNT, and a tiny floor blueprint. So to begin, you're going to want to get some TNT from Bob's Shack, and to do that, just follow this road right here. Now pay the $100 toll to get across the bridge, and if you're wondering why I didn't pay, it's because I already have a game pass which allows me to lower the bridge for free and also for 6 minutes rather than 3. Anyways, follow what I do to get to Bob's Shack, and then you're just going to want to buy some TNT. And then make your way back. Now if you don't already have the tiny floor blueprint, it can be purchased at Wood R Us for $80. And this is sorta required, although it is possible with other blueprints, but it is a bit more difficult. So I would suggest getting the tiny floor if you don't already have it. By the way, I would recommend dropping your axe on your base because you might lose it if you don't. Because we are going to be resetting our character once we get there, or if you don't want to drop your axe, you can of course leave and rejoin, but it's a lot easier to just drop your axe. Now go behind Wood R Us. And then go to this little pile of rocks right here, and you're going to want to take your TNT and ignite it right inside of the rocks, as shown in the video. Now come over to this mountain right here, and you're going to want to line your car up with it and then drive back about 1 car length away. It should be noted that this must be done in a longer truck. And then you're going to want to get out of your truck and then take your small floor, and then you're going to want to hop back in your vehicle and then line it up with the back of your truck and then press T. Now hop out of your truck, and if done correctly, you should end up straight at the Strange Man area. Now you can buy the powers for $10 million, and obviously I can't because I already have the powers, on top of the fact that I don't have enough money. But I mean, I'm assuming that you do. Now you're going to want to reset your character. And now it's time to get on to the second portion of this video, which is how the powers really work and how to use them with friends and the mechanics behind them. So obviously the biggest part of this is that you can fill any blueprint with just 1 unit of wood, meaning that if you have like a large floor, it would take like 30 something units to fill 1 blueprint, but with this it will only take 1. But something you might want to know about them is how they work across bases and some little details that I'll throw in, and some little tips and tricks. So the first tip I would give is the ability to identify which bases have the powers, and the way you do it is just look at the base plate color, and you can see that there's an obvious difference. With the base plate with the powers having a bit of a yellow tint to it, it makes it pretty easy to identify. This next tip is one that you'll probably use a lot if you're ever in a situation where your friend needs your help building something or anything like that. Now you might be wondering, well, what if they don't have the powers? How do I make sure that I don't waste wood since I have the powers? Well, first you need to understand how the mechanics work. Basically, the game checks for whoever owns the wood, and then if that person has powers, then it will fill in the blueprint respective to how the powers work. So basically, if you own the wood, then it will be affected by the power to build with ease. It does not depend on who places the blueprint, strictly on who owns the wood that fills it. Now there's many ways to claim wood, but the easiest way probably is just to put it through your sawmill. Or of course, if the wood was originally on your base for at least 2 minutes, then it should probably be claimed by you. Now to prevent the wood from being claimed on anyone else's base, you're going to want to make sure that you don't put the wood on their base. Or a little bit of an easier way is just to not whitelist the person, because if you're not whitelisting them, it cannot claim onto their base. Now that should summarize the mechanics of the powers. If you have any questions, just leave them down in the comments below. Now you may have noticed earlier on in the video that I had a yellow blueprint book. That is because I have the powers, and that's something that happens whenever you get the powers, is that your blueprint book will turn yellow, and this is actually a somewhat recent change. Anyways, another tip for having the powers is that 1x1 unit cutters can come in lots of handy, because sometimes you just don't want to chop your wood up into little pieces, and those can help out a lot. Now I do actually have a video on that, so if you want to build one, there will be a link in the description down below or in the card above. Hopefully this helped you out, and again, if you have any extra comments or questions, make sure to leave them down in the comments section down below. Also, if you enjoy the content, please subscribe and like this video. I know that I haven't really been uploading a lot lately. That is because I was on a somewhat break off of doing videos, just because the garage door video took me about a week of just straight editing, which made me a little bit tired of doing videos at the time, but the videos should speed up from here on out. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then please like it, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video once it's out.